So once again, good evening to everyone. This is Aman Kumar Devangan from Hack Club and IT Raipur, and we are really glad to have everyone over here for our workshop on the topic Introduction to API 101 by Karthikey Rawat. He is a Postman student leader and also a contributor to TensorFlow organization as well. Also, he has been a GSOC. He has also cleared GSOC as well. So yeah, you might be getting some chance to hear about his experience, uh, how he got to clear GSOC, how he cracked GSOC at TensorFlow, and yeah. So let's play our trailer for our hackathon. Just a second. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Can just respond? Can someone respond?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living, and the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And if they're good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, took and kicked them all out the door. Don't wanna try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep on going till your life is overflowing, yeah. I do a dance of victory, 'cause now I'm living good, no I'm not living like I used to be. I talk about things, talk about my mind. Now I'm free from the words that I left behind. I gotta jump for joy and shout aloud and make a sound. Oh, the world can stop me now, no. And all the music I will ride on the beat. When I guitar, I won't stop on my feet, yeah. I gotta celebrate life and get excited about good times and good living. Come on, shout it out, hey! Take it up, take it over, take it out of control. Today I'm freeing my soul and now you got me singing, oh, hey, oh.
So yeah, this was our trailer for the hackathon, and yeah, we can now start with our workshop for today. So Karthikey, you can start.
Cool. Sure. Let me share my screen. Just let me know my screen is visible or not.
Yeah, it's visible.
Great. So yeah. Hey, hello folks for joining for this session, and it's a very beginner session. So to be a chill on that. So it's not a very technical. So you will be able to understand about the very basics of API and API fundamentals. So talking about I'm Postman student leader at Postman. If you want to catch up with me, my social media is more general on Katikey Dude. You can check it out and you can see that. So yeah. Postman mission. So first of all, when we are going for this workshop, so you have to understand you have been hired as a librarian at a library that uses an API and to manage their books and learn how to use API in order to complete a day at work. So I will let you know about everything about API. So do not be chill on that. So it's just like right now, this is maybe you can say a problem statement. Like you are a librarian, just to understand you are a librarian which manages the API. And understand API is a book here. Suppose you are managing the books, you can say. Cool. So what will you learn today? What are the APIs? Server and clients. Making HTTP request to an API. How we use query parameter in order to find the request. Submitting data to APIs and understanding the API responses. Cool. Now, what are the agendas today? So into the APIs and Postman, request response, trying things out like that we do in some hands-on stuff. After I will share some follow-up resources you can use, and at the end Q&A. If you have any doubt, you can talk with me and share anything if you want. Cool. So, what is an API and why should I use one? Cool. Cool. So, API allows, or when we say API stands for Application Programming Interface, basically it allows services to communicate with each other. And APIs help developer to integrate existing feature without working on everything from scratch. I will share some example, even though many of people didn't get what actually I'm saying right now. So we will get to the main point. So suppose you go for a go to the maybe a restaurant. Cool. So you have in your mind, maybe for, as we are Indians, we love chole bhature or pav bhaji. I'm taking example about that. So you call a waiter and say like, bhaiya mere ko chole bhature de do, like give me some, give me this dish. So what waiter actually doing here? Waiter is like a API over here. Cool. So what actually it does, it takes up the data, means it takes up the order, and after that, that waiter go to the chef and ask to the chef, like, is it possible, like material hai, is the material for chole bhature or pav bhaji is there? And if chef say okay, it's true, like if he say true, yeah, go for it, like I can make this. So you can go back to the client and say, ha ho ban jayega, just give us 5 to 10 minutes. So actually waiter, actually what actually waiter is doing, waiter is doing a work like API. You didn't need to have to create the resources in order to use that particular resources. Cool. And more on it, like simple as with the client and server. So you have a client that is browser that you're seeing right now. Maybe it can be Chrome browser, it can be maybe Safari browser or any browser. So you are doing some stuff, you want some resources, or you want, like, suppose if you're Googling something, maybe suppose Googling some hackathon, maybe you are going for MLS hackathon, suppose. So so what actually they are doing, like MLS.io is a website, you can go and check some MLS events kind of stuff. Cool. So actually you are asking client, that is browser, I want to access some website which shows the hackathon. And same stuff, what actually doing, API just calling to the server and asking, is there any website on the Google search which provides the hackathon information? And after, when server proceeds that and it return back to the API, yes, it is there, and you can show this result. So that's how Google result shows. I hope so you got something about the basics of API, and what that analogy that I'm taking here. Cool. Now there are API for everything. There are many APIs like Cat API, Spotify, Open Weather Map, Genius, Discord, YouTube to MP3, Google, and like there are many more. It's open, many APIs. When you can see it, it's an open API. You can check it out here. Cool. So before Postman, actually how the whole API works. If you want to call an API, or if you want to work with you have to use with the Linux based kind of thing, that is curl command. But after Postman came, it doesn't require you didn't have to code something. It's all thing on UI based kind of thing. All things you have to do, go to the Postman platform, and you can directly test the API, use the API in order to create also an API. So that's pretty much fascinating about Postman. Postman is a platform where if you have to test your API, if you want to create your own API, it's the platform, and you don't have to do so much coding like previous. Let us you have to use curl command in Linux terminal and kind of stuff. Cool. So actually, what is a Postman? So Postman is a collaborative API development platform that simplifies creating, using, and testing API with an UI based. And like 98% of companies, like like all over the world, are using a Postman. PayPal, Uber, Capital One, Walt Disney, Philips, and many more. As cool. Now question arises: request and response. We will go very you can say to the meaning of this. Actually, the word request mean I am requesting something, like I am asking something. Cool. Like take an example of the previous example only, that one, the waiter one. The waiter is requesting an order to the client, like just give us a request. And what are the response here is if she going to the chef and is asking, is the raw materials present so that you can make the chole bhature or pav bhaji kind of stuff. So that's the response that is getting from the server, that is from the chef. So that's a very basic thing about request servers. So in a more general way, or maybe in a more technical way, client is there. Client is requesting to the server, that is API, and after requesting that stuff, it get response from the server or the API that this thing is present or not. Cool. What are the anatomy of request? So there are 5 things. First is method. Second point is endpoint or path. Third one is parameter. Fourth one is header. And last one is body. We will touch each and everything. Cool. So let's go to the main method and endpoints one. When we're searching google.com, cool. And it's a very bare minimum for the request. You have to search and kind of stuff. So actually get is the method. Sorry for the cough too, guys. Cool. So the method that we are focusing on, that is get, post, put, and delete. Get means to get the data. Basically, you are asking something data that you can get, basically retrieve that particular information. Post mean if you want to send the data, if you want to add something data to that particular API. Put or patch means if you have to update your information or update your data in that particular API, or delete, basically delete the information, you can say, from the API or from the database, you can say. Cool. Now, actually, now let's split the whole URL stuff, that is universal resource locator. HTTPS is a protocol, as you know. www.google.com is the host where we are hosting everything, and search is a path, or you can say the endpoint to that, with destination where request can be heard or executed. Cool. Now let's differentiate between the parameters actually. So query parameters simple as start with the question mark, and it contain a key value pair and join with the maybe like suppose you are using you can say question mark, and you suggest any query like query equal to nature, and another query can be orientation equal to landscape. So that's a very generic thing. And talking about path parameter is already included in the URL. Like as you're seeing, it's a dynamic element of the path. So basically what it is here, after the photos link, you can say after slash, there is another unique kind of ID that is put on it. And we will discuss on this same thing on the Postman platform also, and how we can use, and often we have provided an ID value over there. Cool. Let's talk about request and header. So request and header is used for basically for metadata. So it's basically a key value pair for non-payload information. It means there is no payloading information. That is not a very crucial information for that, but it actually used in order to work with the API. That's what the basic concept behind it. You use the metadata of the API. Common standard header, you can say authorization, cookie, content type, ascent, and user agent basically. And if you want, you can see more headers from this link. I will share at the end. Cool. Now the main thing, but optional, but you can often supply it with post input request also. If you're creating a body, basically the body basically is in order to, if you want to payload some data points basically to the API. So how it holds structured. So like there are different type of data types that you can create your own body and maybe provide the data to it. That is, first one is form tire data, JSON, text, HTML, XML, files, graphical, and there is many more in order to like taking an example of JSON, as you're saying, name, the name of that particular person, email. So basically name, email, and birth year are the parameters to it, and how you can basically give the data points to that particular parameters. So name equal to Jenny Doe, email will be jennydoe@gmail.com, and birth year is equal to 1970 as the basic. It's a very basic thing and nothing hard to it. Cool. So what are the anatomy of the response? So anatomy, or you can say structure of the response, they are differentiated on the three sides. First one is the status code. We will talk about the status code and what are the different types of status code that we can going through the whole API scene. Second one is the headers, and last one is the body. Cool. Now let's talk about some status code. So if the status code are in the range of 2xx, that is 200, 201, or 204, that means the API is created. Its success is there is no issue with the API. If it come in the 3xx, that is 301, 304 kind of thing. So mean actually it is modified, or maybe its address of the API is changed from one location to another location. 4xx means it's a client error, that the something maybe we have done wrong, or maybe we have created wrong body, maybe wrong substance kind of thing. So it can be bad request, unauthorized, forbidden, or maybe not found. And maybe 4xx, maybe 404 will preferably look familiar to every those who are working with the APIs, or maybe that stuff that is not found. Yeah. And 5x is a server error. Basically, it is done by the server, and basically it's maybe it can be possible. Maybe there's a bad gateway, maybe service is not available, maybe gateway timeout, and so or many things are not implemented on the server side also. That can be also possible. So 5x or server came only that time. Cool. So let's talk about some library API training, and we will some in depth about this thing. Cool. So you have been hired as a librarian at a library that I already shared. And like suppose you are a librarian, you are handling many books. Now here books is like an API to it, and your instructor will give you a training on how basically it's a very day-to-day thing and how library API you can use it. So let's go to some. I'm sharing the clip basically how the whole API of library. So it's opening. Till then, let's see. Till then it's opening. Let's jump to the next one, I guess.
Sir, can you once again tell about like the all 5 parts of the API? I think many of us couldn't understand that part as it was fast. Like just
Sure.
in
Are you saying this one?
yes, sir. No, sir. The
Cool.
previous one, like in request, we have 5 parts. So little bit about it.
Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, so basically it's I will share this thing like in the post, but like I will explain you the anatomy, or you can see the structure of the request is depend on the 5 part, that is method. Method will be the get method, post method, put method, delete method. Endpoint or the path is like, suppose if you're going for linkedin.com/notification. So the notification is the endpoint of the path to it, like what are the feature that you are focusing on. If you go to the linkedin.com and you are seeing linkedin.com/notification. So you will see the tab of the whole notification tab, and you are seeing into that particular link. So endpoint or a path is the maybe the path where you are going for referring to that particular thing. Cool. Parameters is like that. If you're just normal searching about, like suppose Postman, and if you see the different parameters in the URL only, that's actually the parameter, and that I talk about in the parameter. Like so parameters basically are 2 types: query parameters and path parameters. Those who didn't know what is actually a definition of parameter is like that. Parameter is maybe a unique element which is a part of an URL or an API, which is basically specifying the path of the whole link or a whole API. It can be that what I differentiating a query parameter, where you're just creating a query like presenting with any name, queue, query, or orientation, that is it here. Or path parameter, where you are creating an ID. I will tell you about this thing, how you can create your own path parameter and put it out here. Cool. And more on it, like more out about the header and the body. Basically, header, when we say it used for the metadata, header and the body are the main core part of it. So basically they use for the creating and updating the data on the API, and header is basically for the metadata. Actually it uses the metadata in order to enhance the API working. We will talk this more about on the maybe on the platform of the Postman that I will share. I hope so you got something to that, and if you didn't got, just let me know. I will repeat that thing once again.
Now it is clear, sir.
Cool. Yeah, great. Now let's jump to the training. Cool. So let's first of all focus this collection. Until then, I think so glitch is ready. Cool. So if you go to the glitch, let me share this link with you all. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Let me drop this link with chat. If you want, you can check the documentation to it. And yep. So basically, it's a whole thing is like how the whole documentation is done, and we again use this documentation in order to use in Postman platform, and like how you can add your book and how you can use the API. Again, the API is created. Again, this is the API. You can see. Just give me a moment. Cool. So basically, this is the whole thing in API, and you can join and you can just talk normal kind of stuff. And let maybe go to the. So it's still loading. Till then, let me go to this one. So that not this one. Maybe Even though you're not able to understand, because the whole thing is here. It's the API is building, so we are not able to build here. We will just normal test the API basically. So let's say it's opening, and we will do some stuff. Cool. Why it is happening? It's not. Just give me a moment. Let me see otherwise. Let me. Just give me a moment. Let me reshare the screen. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Cool. Cool. I hope so. It's available to it's visible to all. So let's first of all fork this collection. If you want, I can share the link with you all. First of all, let me, like, today is 3rd March. So I'm creating the location of workspace. You can say, let's do the my workspace and fork this collection. Okay, maybe let's see. Okay, team workspace, that will be better, I guess. Let's see. Yep. Cool, it's loading till then. So first of all, if you want, if you're going, let me share the link with you all. Just give me a moment of this API one. Let me share this thing. If you want, first of all, and you have to create a, you can say, the Postman account for this one. So yep, and then it's loading. Let me stop my camera. Maybe due to this one, maybe it's loading too much. So just give me a moment till then. It's loading. Let's wait. Cool. So it's available now. So what I am doing here, like I am maybe adding a folder for this one. So let's name new folder, like maybe 12, or like, suppose, in order to understand more pretty much better. Cool. So let's if you want, like, suppose that I am maybe adding a request. Cool. And maybe normal, like suppose request maybe search, suppose let's search this. Cool. So if I'm going, like, for, like, suppose www.google.com. so I'm just basically referring you how the whole API stuff works. Cool. So it's so if let's go to the preview one. Preview to fold. So reload the preview. Okay, let's save this one and let's send this. Yeah, as you're saying, like normal basic Google looks out there. Now suppose if I want to search something for this one, so what I will do here, basically, like suppose if I want to search Postman, like let normal go to the Postman, like normal go to the main Postman thing and just search this thing. Cool. So is it available normal? And now what I'm saying, like suppose if I go to this one and just write Postman, so will it be able to share me the whole result? No. Why? Because the error is because I have to search this thing. So suppose if I'm just copying the whole thing, and what are the benefit of the Postman, using a Postman? Like if you're just if you suppose add this thing, so all the query and all the query parameter will be distributed as you're seeing. You didn't have to do that. And if you send this one, you will see the preview out of it. Before it's showing error, but right now it's not showing error because you are just searching with a parameter, that is search parameter over there. And in that search parameter, what I'm sharing Q, that is query, which is equal to Postman. And there's different queries, query parameter, that is Q, OQ, OQS, source ID, IE. So you doesn't have to bother about these parameter, but the main parameter is around, you can see Q, that is Postman. Suppose if I'm removing this thing, like suppose, cool. And also I will send this. Till then it will show the same thing. But again, right now the different parameters are more on the security side. You have to, if you're building an API, you have to be pretty much secure. So other parameters more on the security side. But the main agenda of AI is like searching, that is searching parameter. This Q is called to Postman. That's the main simple kind of thing. Cool. Now let's first of all, in order to understand the whole stuff, what you have to do, go to here and just go to the documentation part. Cool. So in this one, you will get each and everything. If you want to refer this workspace, you just refer the documentation. If you feel you are like maybe lagging someday or kind of stuff. So basically, if you want to work with any base URL, this is the base URL is given. So just copy this base URL. Cool. And just search this thing over here and send this. So here is the message that is written, welcome to the library API, and try get /books to get list books. So if I will write books and send this. So it is very annoying, you can say. So let's visualize. So you may be not able to visualize the whole stuff, but as you're seeing, there is n number of title, and as you're seeing here, like different type of titles, hotel, author name, different IDs, and it is like a rawly generated ID. So basically, what you have for every, if I send this again, basically it's more focused on the different API books, or you can say books that is available over this API. Cool. Like suppose if I want to search anything. So like if there is any book called like suppose hotel, suppose, cool, hotel. So let me search this thing, and now how I will search this thing. That's the main point here is. So first of all, just again go to the documentation, and just to understand, like if I want to get the books, just I have to use /books again. It's a whole, it's totally focused on that. And now you are seeing that what are the query parameters that is used here, that is search, checkout, and journal. So just go to here, just write search, and just write the value, you can say hotel. Cool. And send this. You will see there's only one title is there, that is hotel title, and all the information about for that particular book will be available to us. Cool. If we check another parameter, that is, you can the checkout parameter. Let's copy this and let's write some, you can say checkout parameter. Maybe here let's write maybe false. Cool. And send this. You will see the checkout which having the false as an answer. You will see everywhere it's a false. So basically you will get all the books where checkout is false in your API result that you are seeing right now. Cool. So that's kind of thing. And suppose if I'm using this again and again, so what you can do, just select this, set a variable, and make it right as a, you can say base URL, you can say. Cool. So you didn't have to use again and again and again same stuff, because it's a very big link. So how you can basically, what you can do, so you just able to select the whole stuff and just create maybe new URL. Cool. Base URL, it can be any name you can give to that. It's a basically variable to that particular link, you can say. Cool. So maybe let's go to the next thing. Maybe if you want to add any book, Cool. So suppose add the books. Cool. And for adding any book, basically I'm adding something. So what what I'm doing right now here, I'm posting that stuff. Cool. So what we will do here, go to the base URL. Cool. And /books. Cool. And let's send this first of all. Cool. Now it's getting error. Why? Because I am posting that stuff, but again, actually this whole thing is for the get ID, because get ID basically in order to retrieve the information. But right now here, what I am doing here, I have to add the data. So for again, go to the documentation type. Like in order to add anything, you have to add you can say the body basically. Let's suppose I'm just copying this body. Go to here and just go to the body area and go to the you can say raw point and go to here JSON. And as you enter it and like write anything, like suppose maybe title name will be maybe suppose Trell. Author will be suppose I am Karthikey only, you can suppose Karthikey. Genre will be maybe you can say sci-fi, suppose. Cool. And publisher maybe you can say 2000, suppose. I'm just taking an example. Okay. Now let's send this. Cool. Now here it's saying message is okay. Now it means I added the book name, that is 12. Let's go to the search one. And let's maybe not false. So let me delete this one. Cool. And let's send this. Here, if the last one you will say trail, Karthikey, I get an ID that is there, this very unique. My genre is sci-fi. The year published is 2000. Checkout will be false. And when it will be created, it will create it around 3/3, like 3rd of March. And timing you can say as usual kind of thing. You can say cool. So here I added the book. Now suppose if I want to update the whole book, cool. Now suppose how I can update. So again, go to the documentation. Now for updating any book, I can use patch or put kind of thing. But here I have to change only one thing. So let's go to you have to see like the checkout is false. So what I can do if I want to update, like suppose true, like I have to convert checkout to be true. So what I have to do here, so go to here, like add request and make it like update the info of book. Cool. And again with same thing, this URL you can say cool /books. Cool. And suppose if I want to make it update, like again go to the maybe documentation in order to refer that thing. And what you're doing, you have to check the path ID, that is what are the ID that I'm using over here. Cool. So what I will do here, like let's suppose you can say to the search one, and you just copy this one because it's a unique ID given to my my book, you can say. Just copy this one and just refer this one, or write, it will be better to write maybe this one ID and just write the identified value and just send this. Cool. So I will get the same thing. Again, I have to do the same stuff. So what I'm doing here, just copying this, updating the info and cool. And just adding this value. And I will show you like it will be present over there or not. In order to, so yeah, I get the whole book. That's basically the book which I identify with the ID, which is this one, and in the body basically. So again, go to the raw, go to the JSON, and what are the things that I have to update over here? So first of all, I have to make this as patch. Cool. And what actually if I have to update that thing, that I have to use basically what I have to use. So I have to use like I am updating basically updating the checkout to false to true. If you see, let me go to this one. If you see, it is false. So I have to make it true. Like I am updating my data. Cool. So what I will do here, I just paste this, send this. Message okay. Let's go to the again search one. Let's send this. Now in previous one it's false, now it's true if you're seeing right now. So my data is updated now. Cool, create. So right now what I did, I searched the whole book, I add new book, I updated the new book. Now suppose if I have to delete the same book that I added in order to maintain the whole thing. So what I will do here, go to the add request and delete the book. Cool. And if I want to delete the, maybe to go to just directly go to the delete one, add the base URL one. Cool. And books. And suppose if I want to do with the same ID, basically the ID that we are referring is over here. Let's go to the, so this is the ID, copy this ID. Cool. And add the same ID. Okay. And let's send this. It's okay, it's deleted. So let's go to the back way. Now, if I delete it, if I send the request, it will be deleted, right? So let's send this. Now it's deleted. If you're seeing, you will not see any book regarding with the same thing. You can say if I want to search, suppose maybe trail, suppose, yeah. Like if I'm going with a query parameter, or you can say search for query, I'm writing trail. And let's write trail. Cool. And for the ID one, let me delete my ID. No, because it's not actually available, because trail is I deleted this one. So it means I updated the whole stuff. Now if I'm going just for the namesake, like go for just to call the whole URL, you can say. So I am getting the whole book again, but the updated one, that means I deleted the new book. Suppose if I want to delete this one also, let's copy this. Let's copy the ID, go to the delete one. Cool. And just replace this thing with the same ID and send this. Okay, it means I deleted the book. Let's go to the next one. Now, if I will send again, it will be deleted, I guess, hotel one. So let's send this. Cool, it's deleted as you're seeing right now. Cool. Now majorly let's go to the, you can say the PPT kind of stuff. So let me stop sharing and get back to the same stuff. Let's just give me a moment, guys. I'm going to the back to the maybe slides. Just give me a moment. Cool. Let me share the screen. Just give me a moment. Cool. Yeah, I hope so it's visible. So basically, you have the same thing. You can follow the instruction in your turn if you're following the documentation kind of stuff, and I will let you know at the end. But if you want to continue learning API as a student expert, so basically student expert is a certification, basically it's more on the hands-on kind of stuff. You can go to the main Postman website about the student programs and you can apply for the same, where you are writing editing the documentation for the collection, writing basic text scripts, running the collection, passing some data between request and script, basically that we created right now. And you can become a student leader, or if you want, you can also become a student leader in your community that is in your campus, basically. And if you want to become a student leader expert kind of thing in your community, you can. Cool. And if you want to apply, I'm just sharing the link with you all. So just give me a moment. I'm just sharing the link with you all in the chat. Cool. And this is the basically the link that you can provide over there, and you can just explore that stuff. And yeah, that's my day. You can say if you have any question, if you want to understand me again, that stuff, just let me know. I will put it, but it's a very basic session, guys. It's not very much technical. Cool. That's I think so. My session is ended right now. Yeah. If you have any doubt, you can ask, guys. There's no issue on that end. I can reshare that same stuff and I just let you know on that end. Is there anything you didn't get and you want me to understand, like you want to understand again? Just let me know. Is there anything, Aman?
Did you say anything?
Yeah, so I'm saying like I have done with some stuff. If you want, you can like basically if you want, if anyone have any doubt, I can answer that. Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
on Q&A side.
Anyone if has any doubts, please you can ask. Yeah, people are asking, where is API used?
Cool. I will let you know if you see the like. Just give me a moment. I'm sharing the same thing. Just give me a moment. Yeah. Cool. If you see here, if you go to the main documentation that we are more majorly focusing on, this is the API basically. This is the base URL that we are using over there. So if you go here, you directly go to the basically a normal API glitch link. But at the end, what I am here using basically a resource as a, so this is the basically API that we are using. And on this API, we are using the get method, post method, put method kind of stuff. I hope so. Those who ask, I think so they get that thing. So if you want, you can refer this thing like you're seeing here, message welcome to the library API, try get, and if I will search like maybe books, like suppose. So I will get all the thing, but in the Postman platform, it is very easy and very complicated. If I go to the same thing, like go to the search one. Cool. Those who refer about this is the base URL. What actually the base URL is, like if I copy this, sorry, not this one. Let me go to this one, copy, and this is the same thing that we are doing over here, and just send this. This is the basically the API that we are using, like as you're seeing here, in a very more structured way. So I hope so you got that question. If those who asked that, yep.
Okay. So anyone else have any question? Without
Yes.
API, we can't get result on browser or what? Someone is asking. Shweta is asking actually.
Okay. Like without API, we can't get browser result on browser. Yeah, actually everything that you are using, even though that like suppose we are on the Zoom, right? So again, if I'm saying something through my video or through my audio, it's like an API which is going to the Zoom server, and they're just calling you back like that. This thing I have said. So right now, everywhere is API is used. Everywhere, literally everywhere API is used. As I giving the example again, API is just like a waiter. Waiter is coming to the client. He's taking an order. He's going to the chef, and he's revert back to the same stuff. So that's the main thing you can say. Yeah.
Okay. Is Postman platform for creating APIs or testing them?
Both. It's for both.
Okay. Can we use it in apps also? APIs?
Sorry, can you repeat it, Aman?
Can we use this in app dev as well?
Yep, we can use it. API is used like in app dev, there is mostly work because API is used everywhere, literally. Yep.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Whatever you taught about the API, sir, I understand it. But in starting, you taught us that API work as a waiter. So you should have to understand like you create a something front and you create a back and then connect it. It is the use of the API, na, sir. But you taught something how to use Postman. Actually, I don't get it, sir.
So like again I'm saying bro, it's not like if I go to the front end and back end stuff, it's more a very you can say you can say 201 kind of session. It's very basic kind of session. So I'm not saying like I can did that also, but again those who didn't know about API anything, they will not able to understand because they didn't know the framework, how I'm using maybe Node.js framework kind of thing, to build the API kind of stuff. That's why I didn't do that. and
Right, sir.
maybe
As you are using
yeah.
many times, it seems to be easy for you. But as I am seeing it's first time, then I literally don't understand how to use it, sir. Frankly say so.
Yeah, so again, that's the main thing, bro. Like I used Postman. It's not like that I'm a student leader or like I'm student expert. That's why I'm sharing Postman in terms of advocacy kind of stuff. But I am just sharing you how you can use Postman in order to start your own journey in API literacy. If I go in depth of very backend and front end stuff, you're not able to understand. And again, if you didn't able to understand my some of the Postman stuff that I did, or maybe how I use that particular API, just let me know, bro. But again, apart from that, maybe it's a very difficult for many of them who are new to API space, or maybe who are new to development space. They pretty much know how they can implementing that stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a question, sir. Why do website provide the APIs for public? And like I made a project and I took data from my anime list using their API.
Okay. So he's basically asking so why do website provide the API for public? This is the basic question, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, I guess.
So it's not like so basically many people why they are make it public, because again it's an open source kind of stuff. If you want, you can contribute to that particular public API. That's what open source is more on a very public end. Cool. So many of them open their API very public. If you see, you didn't get maybe you can say any like many some private organization is using, they're creating their own API for the machine learning sake, suppose. So again, many of the website, they are open. Why they are open to their API is because they want more contributor to contribute in their API. That is the main, basically the open source stuff. So that's the reason behind it. I hope so. Though, those who asked that question, you get it. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, like I used it from my anime list. So my anime list is a private website. So why it provided their API? Like,
No, so it depends on the place to place. Private means you only access some of the endpoint. It's not like that you are accessing all the API structure or maybe the schema of the whole API. You can use API if also it's a private, but it's open to some of their endpoint. Maybe there are some of the endpoint it's open public to everything, because some APIs are hybrid also. Some of parts of the API may be private, but some of the part may be public. So that's the case. Maybe you are using hybrid API actually.
oh, sir, yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, API is used in both web and app development, Abhinav. Where does status code come in play?
Sure, I will let you know. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Maybe I didn't touch that. Just give me a moment. I'm just sharing the screen again. Just give me a moment. So if you go to if you see the status code, you're seeing here status. Actually, I didn't able to. I just forgot to tell you. Like suppose if I'm doing wrong anything. Like suppose if I change this books to book and then let's send this. Let's see. Cool. So it's actually sharing error, and if you see, actually because basically the theme is behind like I didn't get a maybe it's right thing. So suppose if I'm doing it as a books and send this again. Okay, I did that. Let's see. Just give me a moment, guys. Why it's happening like that? Let me, like if you're seeing this one, if I created this one, that is 201. Basically, if you go to the my main, you can say the look. Just give me a moment. I'm sharing the screen again. Just give me a moment. I'm sharing the screen again so that you get that thing. Yeah, cool. Cool. Hope so it's visible to everyone. Just give me a moment. Textile loading. Chodo, let's forget it. So if you're saying the 2x or you can say 200, it's okay created. Basically, this is the one where the API call is successful. And if you will see this one, the Postman one where I am using it. So again, this is one basically basically here what I am doing, I am adding the data. So basically the API is created and it's basically the request of the API is already created and it's added to that. Basically it means that, nothing else. So basically status mean basically if I'm saying, if I did maybe suppose let me do some maybe let me didn't do that. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Let's send this. Let's see. Again, it will show error. The reason is the same thing because again, I didn't add any parameter over here. That's why it's not like if I'm going for the update info of the same thing. So you are saying here's 200 is okay. Like means I updated the whole stuff. Like I updated the if I go to like maybe false kind of thing. So again, it will show error. Why it will show error? Because my same ID is deleted because my parameter is deleted over there. So like if suppose I go to the search one and let me send this. Okay, got it. Actually, I deleted. I stopped the whole API schema over there as you're seeing over there. That's why it's the showing error. Otherwise, the updation one, that's the deleted one that I did. Like if you go for a delete one also. So let's go to the delete one, or maybe basically showing the you have done rightly. Like if I deleted this parameter, so it is the status written is okay, is great. So that's basically if you want to check it about the status, you can check it here from here. And there are different type of status: 2xx, 3xx, 4xx, that is 404, that is not found kind of stuff. So status basically able to check what is the status of your API calling. That's simple as it is, nothing else. I hope so you got that.
Yes, that should help. What is the main difference between API and web service?
Okay, so API basically, when I'm saying API, it means I am just calling something. I calling some data and just it returning back. Web services includes many things. It's not only about API. It's about how if suppose if there's a lot of traffic in my maybe on my website, and it can be crash on that side. So on that point, cloud computing came into play. How I can use Kubernetes services in order to maybe balance the load. I can use load balancing over there. So that's the difference between actually API just like, again, just take an example of the waiter kind of thing. What waiter is doing? Waiter is going to the client, asking the order, requesting the order, and it get the response from the chef, like this material is available or not. Like pav bhaji bana raha hu main, to pav bhaji ka material hai ki nahi mere paas. Same thing is like that. If I'm going for the order, maybe I just ordered, like suppose aloo ka paratha I ordered, but when I go to the chef, that is my server, and if they have no material about they have no information about aloo paratha, so it will not call. It will say there is no material regarding. So maybe we didn't maybe give forward to the aloo ka paratha. Simple as it is. So I hope so you got something on that end. And web service totally another scene. API involved in API web services, but again it's not web services. Not web services and API, but API is not a web service. Web service need different kind of service. How you can maintain your website. That's the main difference between that. I hope so you got it.
So, Karthikey, I would like you to take the opportunity to have a question and answer type so that we can choose our winners for the t-shirts today.
Sure. I can see from the, you can say, cool. So I will, is it like Aman have to tell right now, or it's like after that? Just let me know.
Tell right now as well. I mean, it's upon you completely.
Okay, cool. Cool. First one is Neha Karia.
Okay.
Cool.
Just
second one.
Someone note down the names.
Cool. And second one is, I think so, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, sorry for that. Tatya Ghat Sahai. If I'm saying your name wrong, so sorry for that, please. And last one is last name. Jaideep Biswas, last one. Yep.
Okay. So please, all of you, kindly drop like a message here over here with your name. Karthikey, can you just like repeat the names if you remember?
Sure. First one is Jaideep.
Jaideep.
Second one is Tatya Ghat. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name because I'm really not able to pronounce. Pathagat.
Yeah.
And I think so. First, yeah. Sorry, bro, for that. And first one is Neha.
Okay. I guess we have two more now. We have. I just have three names, I guess.
Okay. Oh, sorry. And fourth one will be let me see. Okay. Shweta, I guess. Shweta Kumari and Sahil Mahajan. Yep.
Sahil Mahajan. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Karthikey, for coming here, for delivering the workshop and taking the initiative to share your experience and your knowledge with APIs with all our attendees over here. So thank you, everyone, and hope we will be organizing more and more workshops in coming days. So we expect you all to join and get some goodies like this more and learn as well at the same time. Also, we have our first fun event tomorrow with Rahi. So do join us for that. And on 7th, we have obviously our PUBG finals. So yeah, be there to watch it live. So yeah, thank you. And I guess we can end the meeting now.
Cool. Thank you for inviting me, Aman, and thanks for listening. And I hope so you got some insight from this session.
Sir, attendance sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Can you guys just wait for 2 minutes? That was a lag from our side that we haven't like delivered. Anyone from the team, is the form ready? Yeah, Pramila has delivered the link. Please don't spam so that everyone can see the links. Please don't spam. Even this Google form is a API, so use it wisely.
Yep.
Sir, about GSOC, you said sir will tell.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Katikey, if you can share some of your insights of GSOC as well.
Cool. I will say just one thing, guys. More focus on the community bonding kind of thing. Try to connect with the community. Try to engage with community. I'm just giving my example. Those who pretty much know about TensorFlow.js, I've been a part of community since a very long time. It's not like that I'm doing a core contribution through code. No, I'm contributing through like maybe advocating the events or maybe documenting that stuff. So try to be part of a community. It's not like that. Open source is not about coding. It's about more on collaboration. So try to connect with community, try to collaborate with in the community. Like I collaborated many of the people in the TensorFlow community where in the hackathon you can say, or maybe anything. So do that. I think so that will be the main thing. Try to connect with the people, mentors, moderators over there. And what you can do, I just give you a simple insight. If the mailing list of that particular organization is like Google group, so just drop a mail like, I am Karthikey Rawat, I am new to this community, I want to contribute to it, so can anyone help me out, can anyone help me out kind of stuff, and they will for sure they will approach you through that mailing list. So I hope so you got something regarding that. Yeah.
And he will be sharing some detailed things about how he worked at TensorFlow and what all things he worked on there in the next workshop on 8th of March, where he will be delivering the workshop on introduction to TensorFlow.js. So see you guys, everyone over there. And yeah, it was nice seeing you all over here. Yeah, it's getting recorded and we will upload it on YouTube. Don't panic about it. You will get to see it even after. Also, there are also a number of tutorials on Postman already on internet, and there are various of them delivered by Karthikey already. So yeah, you can find a number of them. Yeah, sure. We will be dropping the YouTube link channel. Sorry about that. Really, I didn't drop the YouTube channel. We have our previous workshop. Currently.
Also, just want to let you know, those who didn't get swags, they have also a great opportunity if you can create your own collection through Postman. And if you are just sharing link with tagging me and Ali Mustafa, who is in program manager at Postman,
And Anchal Mishra.
and Anchal Mishra, and by using hashtag, you can say hashtag Postman student, and we will take you or maybe some special, and we will provide you some swags extra. So you can do that, but try to do it more on Twitter or LinkedIn, not apart from that, because those are the more main platform where Postman works. So yeah.
So has everyone filled the form already? So I guess everyone has filled the form so that we can close the meeting then. Just let us know. Okay, then thank you everyone. You guys can start leaving, and thank you Karthikey once again for being here.
Thanks for inviting me, and see you in the maybe next session. So yeah, see you folks. Bye bye.
So we can stop recording.